topic is there, that is the food chain and the food web. Okay, in this food chain and the food web, you have already studied about the food chain. For example, just now we have studied about the primary producer, then consumer, and then decomposers are there. So that is one of the type of food chain. Okay, if suppose producers are not there, then consumers will not be there. Suppose consumers are not there, so decomposers will not be there. Okay, means all these are interrelated with each other. They are dependent on each other. So that's why it is known as the food chain. And in this food chain, so the food chain are always in the straight manner. And at every food chain, at every level, so there is a loss of energy taking place. Okay, now here the three types of food chains are there. First one is there. Now let's see about the food chain. First one is there, second and the third. First one, which is known as the grazing. Okay, so that is the grazing food chain. Then the second one is there, that is known as the detritus. And the third one is there, that is known as the parasite. Parasitic food chain. Like these are the three types of this food chain. Now, if you observe the first type of the food chain, that is known as the grazing food chain, means in that these animals are there. These animals are totally depends on the plants. Okay, it starts with the producers. Means here that grazing animals, for example grass, then the producers are there, then the decomposers are there. Means here in the grazing food chain, here the animals feeds on the totally on the plants, and the another the energy trapped by the producers, means by these plants, so it either passed on to the consumer or remains trapped till the producer organism dies. Either that energy remains as it is in the plants, or either it is transferred towards the next thing is there, so that is known as the consumer. It is transferred towards the consumers, and then from the consumer it is transported towards the decomposers. Okay, so death of the organism is the beginning of the detritus food chain. Means what? Here the example, if you have seen, I'll show you here. First one is what? So now producer. The example of producer, if I have taken, that is about the plant, or you can say that the grass. On that consumers are dependent. For example, deer. Deer is the primary consumer. Deer is the primary consumer. On the deer, so there is the next one is what? Suppose a leopard is there. Leopard is depend on the deer, so that means it is the secondary consumer. And after the death of the secondary consumer, then the next chain started. Okay, and that next chain which is there, so that is known as the detritus chain. Okay, after the death of that leopard, after the death of that first that in the grazing chain, so that leopard death, so on that body of that leopard, so then there is the action of the decomposers takes place, that we have already studied in one of the topic of decomposition. In that decomposition, then there is a fragmentation, leaching, catabolism, mineralization. Okay, so all these are the processes takes place in the detritus. So here on that detritus, suppose detritus, this is the detritus. Detritus means what? We have already studied in the last lecture, that is the remains of the plants as well as the animals. Okay, so here what happened, the fragmentation process takes place, then it get divided into the smaller pieces. On that, then there is an action of this bacteria and fungi takes place. This bacteria and fungi are growing on that. Okay, so this detritus food chain, which begins with the dead organic matter, it is composed of decomposers. here that bacteria and fungi which act as a decomposers, which are also known as a saprotropes. These decomposers secretes the enzyme. They secrete the enzyme on this detritus. Okay, this detritus food chain may be connected with the grazing food chain. If so, there is no death of that organism. So the next detritus food chain will not be there. So there is a connection between the grazing and the detritus. What I am saying, there is a connection between the grazing and the detritus animals. So that connection is there. That both of these chains are there, which are interlinked with each other. So these chains, so that is only known as the food web. The connection, the interlink, how they are interlinked with each other after the death of leopard, after the death of secondary consumer. So then the next food chain which is started, that is known as the detritus. So the connection between, see that I have shown with the help of red color. So that is known as the food web. So like this is the about that food chain. So what we have seen here, we have seen about the first thing, that is energy flow. In that energy flow, that plants are getting energy from what? From the sun. From that sun, the energy transported towards what? Producers. Towards the producers, then the consumers. Just now we have seen about the information about the consumers, and then the next one, that is decomposers. Okay, that means, and here we have seen the three chains, food chain, three food chains, that is a grazing food chain, detritus food chain, and parasitic food chain. In the parasitic food chain, so that parasites is that dependent on the others. So either that parasite are present inside the body or outside the body. In these parasites are many times, these are parasites in many organisms, they are present inside the body, they are attaching to the intestine and all. As well as the few parasites are there, they are living outside the body. For example, those parasites are present inside the body, they are known as the endoparasite. Those are present outside the body, they are known as the exoparasite. And now these parasites are totally depends on that host, whatever the food material that host is having. Okay, so that get transferred towards this parasite only. That parasites are not working anything, so that totally depends on that host only. So this is about the parasitic food chain. Now about the transfer of energy. So before the transfer of energy, you have to know the concept of the trophic level. Sorry. I'm always using this word, trophic level. Means what? That particular organism has its own space in that ecosystem. That is known as the trophic level. Okay. Now here we have seen about the producer. Then there is a consumer. And the next one is what? That is known as the, here we will consider as a primary consumer, the small food chain we'll see. There is a primary consumer, and the next one is what? Secondary consumer. Okay, now here for example, I'll take that is the plants or the grass. Here I'll take the example, same thing, that is a deer. And here I'll take the example that is of lion. So each one of these has its own space in that ecosystem. That is known as a trophic level. Now this producer, which is known as the first trophic level. It is known as the first trophic level. These consumers are there. Here in this food chain, it is the second trophic level. And the secondary consumers are there, which is known as the third trophic level. Okay, so this is about the trophic level. Okay, but here what happened related to the energy, what happened? Now suppose these producers are there. These producers, whatever the amount of energy that producers are getting. Suppose this is one of the plant. I'll show with the green color. This is the plant. Okay, from the sun this plant is getting the proper amount of energy. Okay, but that plant is not utilizing the 100% of energy. So what these plants are doing, these plants are taking the few amount of energy, and there is a loss of that energy in the form of heat also. And then that producers, if suppose the example is of producer, that producers are taking the particular amount of energy, and then only the 10% of energy they are transporting to the next tropic level. So at each tropic level the same thing happened. Whatever the amount of energy they are getting, so as compared to that amount of energy, so they are just utilizing the few amount of energy, and then they are transporting only the 10% of energy to the next tropic level. Okay, so here suppose these plants are there, these plants are getting the 1,000 joules of the energy. How much? 1,000 joules of energy. Then there is a loss of actually 900 joule of energy as a heat, and the 10% of energy only they are transporting towards the next tropic level. Means for example here, then example is what, that is a deer. Towards the deer, how much energy they are transporting? They are transporting only and only 100 joule of energy. Okay, that is a 10% law. So this 10% law is there, so which is discovered by the scientist that is known as the R. Lindemann scientist in 1942. That scientist discovered this law. Now these deers got the 100 joule energy. So from that then they are transporting towards this lion. Whenever they are transporting towards a lion, so as per the 10% law, this only the 10% of energy can be transported towards the next tropic level on the basis of the first energy of that plant. Okay, now here 10% energy they are transporting towards the lion. Now suppose this deer got the 100 joules of energy. Okay, so from that then there is a loss of 90 joule, and that lion is getting only 10 joule of energy. So this is the rule of the Lindemann scientist. Okay, so that rule which is known as the, that law is known as the 10% law. Okay, so the law, what the law states, this law states that the only 10% of energy is transferred to each tropic level as net energy from the last tropic level, or you can say that previous tropic level. So that is the 10%. Once again I will tell you, this tropic level means what? Here this tropic level means each organism occupies a particular place in the ecosystem, that is known as a tropic level. Now here plants are known as a first tropic level, this primary consumer second tropic level, second consumer third tropic level. Now we are talking about the 10% law. Okay, what is the 10% law? So there is always the 10% of energy is transported to the next tropic level. Okay, so it is totally based on what, how much energy is there in the previous tropic level. Now in the previous tropic level here 1000 energy was there, but that deer got how much? 100 joule only. Okay, now deer having how much? That 100 joules of energy, but lions got how much? That is only 10 joule. There is only 10% of the energy is transported to the each tropic level.